All right, it's 3 o'clock and we are live. So I'm just waiting for everybody to hop on here again for day 3. And it takes time for people to hop on. So sorry if the videos are lagging in the beginning when you watch the replay, but you can fast forward if you need to. So I'm just going to wait and see who comes on here. I have to say it's been really fun seeing all the selfies that you guys are sharing in the group. It's really cool to see how you guys are learning and applying the tips that I've given you. And I'm going to review your photos today at the end of the training, so you guys can get more help with your photos. But you guys are doing great, so keep it up. Okay. Hello. Welcome. How is everyone today? How are you guys? I see there's some people on now. We're just waiting for everyone to come on. It takes time. Hi, Petra. How are you? Okay, more people are joining. I'm excited about today's training because it's about storytelling, and I think you guys will enjoy this part. I'm just waiting for more people to hop on before I start. I love seeing your photos, by the way, everybody who's sharing. It's so fun to see that you guys are putting forth the effort and just trying and seeing what happens. Um, like I said, the more you practice, the more you will get better at it. So that's pretty much it. Practice, practice, practice. And nobody just starts off, knowing how to pose and take great pictures in the beginning. So just even starting is the first step. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer for more people to hop on. But how is everyone today? Are you guys doing good? I feel like the lag is so slow. Sometimes I'm like waiting for the comment and then it shows up like 2 minutes later. So I'm like just sitting here. Hey, Dache. Good, you're doing great. Good. I'm excited for today. You're good, Petra? Nice. Yeah, I'm just waiting for more people to hop on because I know it takes time for people to show up on Facebook. So, but I will start soon. I think I'll give them another minute. So, um, like I was saying, today's training is all about storytelling. So, how do you guys feel about storytelling? Do you feel like you're a good storyteller? Um, do you have a good story to share with everybody? I'm not going to ask you to share your story today. So, but yeah, it's going to be nice to hear your stories because I'm going to ask you guys to share a story tomorrow. That's going to be your homework. So I'm just waiting a little bit longer. Like I said before, I know some of you are parents, so I know that it's hard to be on live at 3 o'clock, but I pushed the lives to be around 3 p.m. here in Sweden, just in case people want to show up live and you're in the US or somewhere else. So usually I pick up my kids earlier from school, but this week I'm pushing it to later and they're kind of upset with me. So, but mama's got to work too. So, yeah. Okay. Well, it's 5 after, so I think I will start and just get into the training. Okay. All right. Let me get my slides up. So, welcome to the Selfies to Profit Challenge. We are on day 3, where you guys are learning how to grow your visibility, build trust, and get booked. Okay. So, today we're going to be learning about storytelling and how it's a powerful tool in our business. So, I'm just letting you guys know to download the workbook if you haven't done that yet. The link is somewhere in the Facebook group. I've had a problem with guides here. Usually the guides make it easier to keep everything organized, but Facebook is not allowing me to do it. So sorry about that. But the link is in the Facebook group. And it's also in the emails that I send out. So you can get the link there. So today we're going to be learning how to use storytelling in your business. And like I mentioned before, if you participate in all 4 challenges, you get a chance to win the Selfie Starter Kit. So I just want to remind you what it is. And it's the ring light with the tripod and everything. And then the ring light for your phone and the super attractor cards. Okay. So when you participate in all the challenges and also share your takeaways from the trainings, you will be eligible to win. So what I'll do in the end is I'll just put everybody's name into a bowl, and whoever did all 4 is going into the bowl, and I'm just going to pull a name. Okay. Hello, Effie. Welcome. So storytelling. I asked this earlier. How do you guys feel about storytelling? Do you feel like you're using it in your business at all, or do you feel like I don't have any stories to tell? I'm curious. Can you let me know what your thoughts are about storytelling? And I'm going to wait because the lag time is so slow. Um, but just let me know what your thoughts are on storytelling. I'd like to know. And there's, like I said, there's never really a wrong or right answer with any of it. So I want to enhance it more in my brand. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to learn about that today. So, no, I love to read others. More like feeling that my story might not be so important or interesting for others. Oh, well, that's interesting. I never know what to write in my stories. Okay. Well, we're going to pull that out today. So, today you're going to have something to tell the world or whatever you're trying to do with your brand. So, you're going to get something out of this training today. So, that's good to hear. So, storytelling and photos will make your content very powerful when it comes to um, attracting potential customers or building your personal brand. So, it just depends on what you want to do with your brand. Um, I know that some of you have like coaching and yoga and cooking. So it just depends on how you want to use it. But either way, this training is going to help you to bring out those stories so that you can connect with the people that you want to attract into your world. So it's going to help you to connect people to your story. It's going to inspire others and bring hope, and it could potentially change somebody's life, right? That's how powerful it is. So and you could be the answer that somebody is looking for. So if you're not showing up, right, if you're not allowing yourself to be found, then it makes it harder to be able to be the solution to somebody's problem. And maybe you're the only person that can solve it, but they may not find you because you're not really putting yourself out there. So we have some more answers here. I never know what to write in my story. Oh, same thing here. There are in so many ways I can improve and do more storytelling visually. Yeah. And it's really going to be the thing that attracts people into your world. So I'm going to use a couple examples of what I've done so that you can see what is possible for you. In the beginning, like on day one, I showed you my story, and I do talk about my story a lot about me being an American living in Sweden and how I really had a hard time finding clients. And so I know that I'm weaving that into my content a lot. So it's always there. And as you can see here, I am bringing in people into my world that have a similar story or who are looking for an answer, right? So, like for instance, somebody wrote, I'm just starting my own photography company in Sweden. I'm from Finland, so similar background that no network ready. And I live in Norrbotten, which is a small area to do business. So some ideas for that also. So I just asked like, what do you need help with or what do you want to learn? And so when you are clear about like who your dream customer is and the problems that you solve, it's going to make it really easy to make that content, right? And I do that. And so I am bringing in those kind of people into my world who are looking for a solution to a problem. And then also, when you share it on social media, you have responses like this. Jess, I just discovered so much of your story. I am Canadian, living in Milan, Italy, and I've been struggling in finding consistent work. Reading your post really inspires me. So, this is what can happen when you do share your stories. You're bringing in people who have a similar story who feel like they can connect with you. And that is the power of storytelling. Somebody else wrote, I've got to go. Oh, sorry. Okay, yes, there'll be a replay, so don't worry. So, most of our buying decisions are based on emotions. So, this means that selling with facts is not as effective as if I was using a story. Okay, so think of a movie that made you cry, think of a commercial that made you laugh, think of all those things because they all use storytelling in a way that's making you feel something. So when your story can make somebody feel something, it's going to make them feel like you're the trusted person for them, right? So that's what we're going to be uncovering today. So we're going to map out your story. And I think this is really important for you to do. And I left in the workbook a space for you to be able to map out your own story. And of course, I can't map yours out because I haven't lived your life, but you can go from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, or however old you are, and just go through those different stages of decades. And you can go in less if you want to. But these are moments that were in your life that made a big impact to you, that changed your life. Or, yeah. So basically, it's going to help you uncover these stories that you can use in your business, right? Um, so I mapped mine out from when I was born all the way till now. And when you start to see your story, you can kind of start to connect the dots of how things happen in your life and why you are where you are today. And all these things can be a part of your brand story. So you just have to pick something and kind of figure out where you want to start. So I start mine in 2015, although my life story is, from way back. So you just have to pick where you want to start. But all of these things, leave an impact in your life. And so, like, for instance, like I was held back in first grade. So that left me feeling really insecure about myself pretty much my whole life. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, though, in the mindset part, because those little things are the things that can totally like leave an impact in your life. So I want you guys to do this. You don't have to do it now. If you want to, you can, but you can do it after the training or sometime this weekend if you need more time. And basically figure out like what is your story. Okay. And this is going to help you to start using all of this into your content. And I'm going to show you how and where to do it. Okay. What do you guys think about this map idea? Have you ever done something like this? Have you mapped out your story? I had gone to a workshop where I did this, and I thought it was very powerful. So, this really helped me to start thinking about my storytelling. No, you haven't. Gives good perspective. No, have not done it. Okay. Yeah, and this will really like uncover a lot of things. So, yeah, it's going to help you a lot. Okay. Never done this before. Okay. Yeah, and think about this. I mean, there's moments in your life that are so important. And so, like when I moved to Sweden, I never thought that I would be teaching now. So these are all different things that you can add to your story. Heard about it, but never sat down and do it. Yeah, do it. It really doesn't take that long because, I mean, you don't have to like write a whole life story. You just don't even think too much about it. Just say, I was born, this happened when I was 3 or 5 or whatever. Okay, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And don't overthink it. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I shared my story in the beginning about my story starting in 2015. Um, and this is how I share my story. Okay. So, um, like I said, I arrived in Sweden in 2015. Um, and I use that as my starting point because it leads to what I'm doing now. So, the self portraits is a very important part of my story as well because that's also what I'm teaching now. So when you can pull out these little moments, it will help you. So the key to being successful on social media is to create content that your ideal customer is looking for. Okay, so think about what your audience needs from you, and then how can you share the stories that you know connect you with your audience in a way. So, how does the story relate to your offers? And I can show you how I've done it. You don't have to do it exactly my way, but you can find a way to share your own story. So, I hate how my PDF is not very clear here. But when I was trying to get people to sign up for this challenge, um, basically I wrote this: I'm not asking you to be famous, I'm just asking you to show up for the people who need you. I had a whole um, content here. I wonder if I can share my screen. Let's see if I can do this so you can actually read it. Let's see really quick. Window. Here it is. Yeah. So it's much more clear here. But I wrote, like, I'm not asking you to be famous. I tell you this in the quote. And then I said, there's probably 100 people who offer a similar product or service. And you may be the last, I mean, be the best at what you do. But if you're not showing up and sharing your offers and solutions, no one will know you exist. But guess what happens when you show your personality, share stories, and share your message? You will find that people will be attracted to you and what you have to offer. So how do you show up in your business? So I'm trying to get you guys to like see how, this relates to my offer. My offer is getting you to come to this challenge, right? And every time I do share something on my social media about getting people into the challenge, I always get somebody showing up in my email from signing up. So it is very powerful when you are looking to get more eyes on your products or your services or your whatever you want people to do, right? So this can be very powerful just even for promoting yourself, right? So that's another way to do it. So let me just go back to um, this one. So we're going to create story pillars for your business, okay? Or your personal brand, whatever you want to do with this, but it still applies. So story pillars will help you to stay on track with your business goals or any goal that you're trying to do. So if you're a thought leader or a coach or whatever, you can apply this. So pick 3 that will help you grow, engage, and keep your followers organically. And storytelling is a, an organic way to do it, right? So, um, the first one can be a story that grows your brand, and it's all about like the customer. So if you're somebody like me who offers like photography, I can promote my customers and tell their story. So I share their story, and then people resonate with that, right? So I tell what I believe, and then so I can just share this really quick. To me, a woman should look powerful, bold, and beautiful in a portrait. When Kat told me that she needed new headshots for her new business, Venture the Well Work, which is a crowdsourcing platform that redistributes funds and resources to Black women, I knew I had to make her look like she means business. I think we managed that. Double tap if you agree. So I'm trying to get people to interact also with my content. And then I also say these photo shoots require a whole team effort from everyone. Thank you to Kat for bringing the style and energy, and Dan for helping out on set. Thank you to the amazing makeup artist. So I'm also using the stories to tell people like what the experience is when they work with me, right? So you can do the same thing as well in your business. And then the second pillar can be also a story that sells your product. So you can talk about the product or your services in a way that solves a problem, and what are the benefits of working with you. So I'm sorry, but these are so hard to read. So I'm struggling to read them on this like PDF. It says, I believe the best therapy is phototherapy. Today was so much fun at the studio. I got to spend the morning photographing Polya, doing what I love. It was so much fun getting to play dress up and creating photos for Polya to use on her new website. It was amazing to see Polya evolve into her future badass businesswoman. When she arrived, she had no makeup or even hair done. But then Jenny, blah, 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 started working her magic and turned Polya into a better version of herself. It was like, wow, you look like Marie Forleo. So basically, she's going through a transformation when she is going and having a photo shoot with me. So I also have a transformation story. So that is like the benefit of working with me, right? So how does yours transform somebody else? How does your business do that? How does your business do that? And then the third pillar is a story that connects with your customer, right? Something that isn't about the customer or the benefit, but just something that you believe in. So um, this is my self portrait of me. My message to you this Valentine's Day is to learn to love yourself. As a photographer, I've heard uh, every excuse as to why people don't want to have photos taken of themselves. I need to lose weight. I'm too old. I look terrible in photos, and so on. I also hear about the flaws people see when they look at themselves. But imagine not existing in any photos. Do you really want people to remember you that way? If I can change the way people see themselves, then I know I've made a small dent in the vibration of this world. So, what happened was I shared this and I got a message from somebody. And she said, so inspiring. Your post really made me want to book a shoot, but was wondering if I could maybe call before putting all my details on your site. And this is great, right? This is what you want. You want somebody to contact you, and you want them to be interested in what your offers are so that you can open the line of conversation. And so she did end up booking a photo shoot with me. And that is the power of storytelling, right? So if you can find ways to speak to your audience and their pain points and what, like, you know, answering objections in stories, it's like you're not really selling to them, you're just speaking their language, right? Or yeah. So this is the power that you have when you can harness your stories. How does that make you feel? Do you feel like this is inspiring you to come up with some ideas now, or what do you think? Do you have ideas now of things that you want to talk about? Okay. Well, I don't know. The Facebook lag behind, I don't know if anybody's gonna answer. Okay, good. Great inspiration. Yes, good. Um, well, I'm glad that I could inspire you. Hopefully, this will help you get ideas. So, so where are you going to share your story content? So, I showed you what I've done on social media, like on Instagram, but you can also share these in different places other than Instagram. So, for instance, you can share on Facebook, your LinkedIn. So it just depends on like where your dream customers hang out. Where are they? Are they on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook? So all of the things that you learned so far from day one, you can apply to video. But I think starting with photos is like a good place to begin because if you're shy in front of the camera, being on video is even going to be more difficult, I think. So, thoroughly enjoying. Please go on. Hi, Michelle. Glad you're here. Yeah, so your story can, well, you're really great with stories, Michelle. I follow you on your Instagram and you're doing a great job. So, so yeah, your stories can be shared, like I said, on social media, and it can be done in your email marketing. So, how many of you are using emails? Like, do you have email marketing? Do you have that set up in your business? I'm curious because you can actually um, create content just to your email list that doesn't go on social media. But I like to take what I've written for my Instagram posts. I also share them in my emails because I don't know where everybody is. Not everybody uses Instagram and not everybody uses Facebook. There's so many different platforms out there. So, your email list is really powerful as well because you can actually connect at any time. So, for instance, when Instagram was out, like if that's where your people are and you have no other access to them anywhere else, you're not going to be able to continue to market to them or sell to them or tell them your story. You have a newsletter. Good, good, great. So yeah, so you need to make sure that you keep up with that there as well. If you don't have one, it's something to think about if you don't have it. And then you can create a nice story in your about me section. And of course, the story shouldn't only be about you, but it should be a little bit about you and how you can help people, right? About how your product solves a problem. So I'm an email marketing specialist, but almost never sent emails for my personal business. Too busy working on social media and the rest. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can try now. It's never too late. Start now. Um, and yeah, the thing is to work smarter, not harder. So, like, take what you've already created and find ways to spread it out so that, like, you're not stressing yourself out, right? And yeah, and like you can share your story in podcasts or news articles. Like if you've been featured in the news or if you've been in a magazine, your story is going to be something that people want to hear anyway. So learning what your starting story is going to help you to um, have something to talk about. It's great because you can get lost in the potential client's feed. Yeah, exactly. But so yeah, so you can share your stories in this way and then spread it out into bits of content as well. So there's not like one place to just, share your story. But taking that time to figure out where your story starts is the hard part, right? Because I was like, when I did this as well, I was like, well, I have so many stories. I mean, my life is a whole story. But where am I gonna, where do I even start? But I had to start from when I moved to Sweden and how that related to what my offers are now. And that's teaching people how to take photos for their business, right? And also, I also take photos for people who want personal branding photos. So yeah, okay. So now you know where to share your story. And so we don't need to have 10,000 followers to get customers, but you do need the right followers. And this is how you're going to get them is by sharing your story and being strategic with like how you're using your story and pictures. Okay? So it's literally just being very strategic in your business when you want to get clients. So strategy is everything, and it's not being a liar, right? You to be authentic is to share your story, so you tell the truth, and um, that's how you are going to be authentic and natural is by sharing those stories. Okay. And sometimes storytelling is easier for others. I still struggle with storytelling. I'm a better writer than a speaker. Right now, like I had to have slides to make myself feel comfortable. So I prefer writing and putting that content with my pictures than on video. But I'm getting there and I'm slowly working my confidence up, but it's not that easy to be on video. So so yeah, we're gonna go to the homework now. So really, I want you to spend the time writing out your story. It's not, this wasn't a super long training, but it's a training that's going to take you time to think about. And I really want you to think about taking a self portrait of yourself. And I want you to share your story. So a little story of how you got started and what you're doing now. And how does that like relate to the products that you sell? And then I want you to share it in the homework feed and tell us your takeaways from today. So, like, what were your any aha moments or anything that you took away from this that will help you in your business? Okay. And I'm also going to go through the pictures that were shared in the group today. I think it was really good to give you guys feedback. So, if you don't mind, I'll do it again. Did you like me doing the critique yesterday? um, I thought it was fun to take a look and just tell you how you could improve it instead of me writing it because I think hearing it is probably easier. Yeah, you're easier with written word. Yeah. I think writing is easier for me. Okay, great. So let me share my other screen here. So let's close this. I'll stop this one. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna find my Facebook here. All right, so let me go over here. Is it letting me? Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna go to all of these here. Oh, that's so cute. Somebody put their cat. Awesome. So let's go here. So Effie, I guess yours is the last one here. This is day one, um, which gave me an idea for storytelling too. Great. I'm glad to hear that. And this is nice, a nice photo of you. The light is nice. I can see that the light is coming from the side of your face here. So you could even move your camera so that the light is more flat onto your face, but I don't know what the background is. But it's a nice portrait of you and it's an action shot and a candid shot that we talked about yesterday. So that's nice. Good job. And then we go to the next. Nice. Georgina, day two. Main points yesterday. Okay, choose clothes. Oh, yes, definitely feel comfortable in your clothes. Angles and positions, great. And I like this pose, and I think you have the light hitting your face nicely. I would have just maybe cropped out a little bit more, like zoomed in on you, maybe, or like cropped in from the top here. But I think it's a nice portrait of you. So nice job. Whoa, am I on my video? Here, let me go back out. And let's go back out here. And we have a cat. Sorry, this is so funny. That's great. Oh, this is your cat, Dache. Nice. I love that. Um, and this is you. Okay, was this one taken with your phone or your camera? Nice. Yeah, you can share your cat story if you'd like to later. Did you take I guess you took this with your Was it with your phone? I think it was. But yeah, I love this. This shows your space. It gives a feeling of the environment that you're in. Um, and I think it's nice. I would, if there's any, I don't know if it's the dresser here that makes me feel like it's a little bit crooked, or was it the camera? So I would find a way just to kind of even out the lines so that they're more straight. It was with your phone. Okay. I was like, oh, you're already using your camera. Um, so I like that. I think that's great. Oh yeah, there was another one of you. Oops, sorry. And this is the same. Okay. I like this picture. I just would bring the chin down a little bit because if not, it's too far back. So just bring the chin a little bit down. Doesn't have to be too much, but I just a little bit down. Overall, it's a nice portrait. And then Petra, I feel like the lighting here is really nice, actually. So I know that you're saying it's not too much light. The only thing is that the picture looks a little bit blurry, but down on the bottom here, it looks like more clear. So that means that maybe when you were pressing the camera, the focus was down low. So I would have just tapped where your face is supposed to be to focus. Okay. But I think the light in your apartment's really nice. It's nice and soft. Um, and I like that you're using a magazine. It's kind of like I would bring the magazine maybe like even more upright, but and then we have Jenny with her notebook. Awesome. I would actually make it feel a little like less staged, but maybe if you were leaning against the wall and then like holding the notebook and making it feel more like you were in the moment. I don't know how to explain it, but more like less posed so that it feels a little more natural and less like you had tried to like, yeah, hope that makes sense. It's hard to like explain what I mean without showing it personally. And then you did another one. Yeah. So this is nice too. I think the light here is nice. I would have probably turned off the background light here, the lamp that's glowing, because it looks like the natural light that's coming in is pretty nice and even. And I think the key to like a selfie is to like I get what you're trying to do is like show something, but maybe less um, like staged. So you can still bring that. I think making it feel more like somebody caught you in the moment, but um, I don't know how to explain it. To feel like it's less staged. Um, hope that makes sense. But I think you did a great job with both of those. And then um, we have I don't know your name, but it says California Fit. Oh, Kaylin, there, Kaylin. Duh, sorry, sorry. This is a great photo of you, and I think the light in here looks really nice. And I laughed so hard when I read your comment here that you missed the Ziploc on the floor. We all do. It happens. I miss things. You know, I have to tell you a story. It was really embarrassing. I had put out an ad on Facebook for my challenge. And it was a picture of me sitting on a table. I have to find it. I'll see if I can find it. And I forgot to put the plug into my computer. And I think I had run this ad for a while and it like was doing really well. But then somebody like called me out on it. And I was like, oh my God, how did I miss this? You know, like we all miss it. It happens to the best of us. So I barely even see the Ziploc bag on the floor. But when you said that, I think it adds to the story, right? Impossible with a 14-month-old. I mean, it happens. Um, yeah, when you have a 14-month-old, it's like everything is everywhere. So they pull everything out of every drawer. It's yeah. And sometimes when I take photos of myself, you don't see what's around me, but there's a big mess. So um but I think the photo is great. It's a nice photo, so don't worry about the Ziploc. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. And then we have Smaragda. I hope I'm saying your name right. And I think this is a great photo of you. I like the backlight coming in. I would just like move the camera a little bit back so your feet aren't getting cut off because I think that just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know how to describe it, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. So don't cut off too many weird parts of the body, right? So bring the camera back a little bit, and then that would help you to just get that extra space that you need. So, but yeah, this is fun to watch everybody posting their photos and sharing. So I'm just gonna do a few more. Are you guys okay with this? Is this good? Is this helpful for you guys? Um, let's see, I'm gonna go. And then we have Emma here. So Emma, I think, I don't know why, but the picture looks very like out of focus here on your face. So I don't know if it was because it was quite dark in the place that you're photographing, and then the phone, you know, starts to go really slow when it's taking the picture, that it gets blurry. But I like your pose, and I think that if the I guess I would just get a tripod. If you can get a tripod, then it would be easier for the camera to not look a little bit blurry. But I think overall it looks good. I just wish it was more in focus. And then we go. So I know, Gisela, you shared like a bunch of pictures. So I think you are in a kind of dark room, so that's why the pictures look a little bit out of focus as well, because it looks like either you have it on a tripod or I don't know. Are you in a bathroom or something? Sorry. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's why it's not like really crisp because there's not enough light, so the camera is having to go very slow to take the picture. So I would just find better lighting. And if you look here on your um, right here on the side of your face, I can see that the light is from this side. So if you would have turned your body towards that light, I think it would have filled your face more instead of having all this shadow. Um, so I think that that would have helped you, but I don't know if you had anywhere to prop your phone or anything like that. So I hope that helps you there. Um, and then we have a couple more, and then we're almost done with these. I think the light here is really great. I see that you're using a ring light, and I think that your skin looks great. So maybe next time it would be nice to see you in your environment so we can see like what you do or where you are. And then here, um, Maria, I think the pose is nice. I really like that, the sofa thing. I would be careful. I don't know how you had the phone. Was it like slightly tilted? Because when the camera phone goes like this, it makes your head look even longer. And I don't think your head is that long. So just be careful when the camera can distort you. So when you have the camera tipped a little bit too much, it can do weird things. So that would be my only recommendation. But I think this would have been better just a little bit more like straighter on. I don't know how to explain that, but and then let's go to, and then this is your other one. Okay, yeah. So this was really nice lighting. I feel like your skin looks nice. I would just like clean up the background here. Um, maybe it's a little like distracting, but and make the lines straighter. Do you see the lines are a little bit crooked in the background? So just straightening that up maybe is a little bit less. Um, and then we have, I think, one last person. Oh, yeah. Leah, you shared this. So I don't know if you have a tripod. I think you don't have a tripod. So you maybe laid this down on something or propped it up. So Yours is a little bit crooked, and it makes me feel like I'm about to like slide off the desk. So I would invest in a tripod for your phone or for any camera that you have. And that way you can control your lines because right now everything is like slanted. Okay. And you have this really amazing space that you can take photos in. So, because you have this background and even in your kitchen, you have all these really cool colors that you've shared. So I think that getting a tripod, if you don't have one, is going to help you. And let's see what else. I think that was it. So, um, yeah, keep sharing your photos in the group, and I think I think you guys have done a really great job. How do you guys feel about all of this? How do you guys feel? Are you having fun doing this? Just gonna close out a few of these things. It's very helpful. Yeah, and I think seeing just the way I describe how to fix the photo can help you just to think of, making your lines a little bit straighter. Good, you're having fun. That's important. Yeah, and having a ring light, really helps to just fill in some of that light when we live in apartments or a house that's not very bright. So fun and hard work to keep all the details intact. Yeah, but once you start doing it, you'll just get the hang of it and you will know what's not working in the picture automatically when you see it. Feel like we can improve with a lot of your tips and practice and time. Yeah, I think so. And I'm more intentional of what I film and show to my posts. Yeah, good. Great. I think this is going to help you a lot with this. And I look forward to hearing about your stories. So I want you to take a self portrait of you and then share a story of how you either started your business or even just any story, a story that you think relates to your life. It's up to you what you want to share. It's your story. So I seriously need to organize, well, my photo folders. Yeah, you can just make a folder that says selfies or self portraits. And then that way you stay organized. A suggestion on how you categorize yours on your yeah, I'm kind of one of these people is like an organized mess. Sometimes I have it organized, sometimes I don't. Um, but you can organize it like self-portrait. You can say like, you know, um, it just depends on what you're photographing. So just keep it organized by the what you're like if it's a self-portrait or an environment or like just shots that you find anywhere. You can just name it however you want. But I don't know how organized everybody is. I'm sometimes organized. So, but yeah, do you guys have any more questions about stories or anything? My hair looks so dark in here in the video. I don't think it's that dark in real life. I have one ring light on. You can see it here. But it's 3 p.m., almost 4 here in Sweden. And the sun is starting to kind of go that way and it's cloudy. So, yeah. So basically, that's it for today. The storytelling part is really just up to you. And um, yeah, it's your story. But make sure that you find a way to relate it to what you do and what you sell. So, is there best practice on length of the story? Um, well, like for instance, if you're writing a blog post, that can be long. It depends on how long people want to read, but on Instagram, you're limited to a certain amount of words, so you can't be longer than I don't know how many characters, but um, so you kind of have to be short and to the point on like Instagram. I think on Facebook you can be a little bit longer. I'm not sure how many words you get on here, and And then in your emails, well, I would it depends. You don't wanna always write super long emails because not everybody has, like, tons of time to read something super long. So, yeah, I would say make it like, share the important parts and then, go longer, like, on a blog post or something if you need to. But, yeah. So, if you guys don't have any more questions, then that's the end of the training for today. Is that it? I'm just gonna stay for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go get my kids from school. Okay. So, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about the mindset, and I think this one is also kind of what a lot of people struggle with is, like, allowing themselves to be seen on social media, in person, all this stuff. So, yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that this training was helpful. So, but tomorrow will be mindset, and yeah, it'll be an important one for you guys if you struggle with allowing yourself to be seen, because I've been there and I know what it's like, and I still struggle with it. So, it's not like you fix it overnight. So, awesome. Okay, well, have a good afternoon or morning wherever you are in the world, and we will see each other tomorrow. See you later. Bye. Oh, wait, I can add some ideas and comments too. Yeah, you can add ideas in the comments. And there's a replay, by the way. So if you're watching a replay and you want to ask any questions, go for it. Okay. All right. See you guys. Bye.